by teaching the skills to women and children to boost their self-esteem and create a healthy and positive environment. Now today it's all on Mondays. It's all about the yarn. Wait, on Mondays it's all about the yarn. So we discuss different things related to yarn. So today what we're going to discuss is, are you addicted to yarn, and how do you control it? What do you do about it? Now I can admit I am a yarn addict. I have so much yarn. If I find a certain type and I have a certain thing in mind, I'll buy multiple colors of it, and it just accumulates. It's just there. So I am a yarn addict. Are you a yarn addict? And what do you do about it? How do you control that addiction? Yes, it's addiction. So in looking at the tips, the signs of being a yarn addict, I looked on, I found something on Digitopia had an article about it. And and what they say is, okay, the first thing is you have a yarn room. You have a room just like one of your spare rooms is just a yarn room. And I have a room that's and I'm like it is like at the moment it is a yarn. It's supposed to be an office, but the yarn has overtaken the room because I have just have so much of it. And so that's one sign is that you have a room that the yarn has. It's just yarn. 'Cause I know some people have shoe rooms and different things in their room, but I have a yarn room. Do you have a yarn room? That's one sign. Another sign is you have enough yarn to last a lifetime, but still, but still can't stop buying more. And that's me. This year I've kind of curtailed it a little bit. I don't try to spend unnecessary money now, so I don't buy as much. If I go to a Michael's or a Joanne or Hobby Lobby, I will. I'm trying to discipline myself, and I will buy. And what I may buy one skein if I find something that I may need for a project. I will buy that. Or if at Hobby Lobby, if it's not the 30% off time, I don't buy anything from Hobby Lobby. So that's a way that I have helped myself with the yarn. Your hooks have names. Now I don't. That's not me. I don't. I have so many hooks. I don't name them. They're just hooks to me. So if you have hooks that have names, now who does anybody here fall in that category? If anybody here have hooks and have names, what would you name them? Is there a certain theme you have for them? How do you name your hook? I don't name my hooks. I never didn't even think of doing that. They were just H I, and that's one sign. Another one is you could get a uh, gold medal in multitask. Hi, Hook by Nan. Hi, Fast Tax King One. How y'all doing? You could get a gold medal for multitasking. Or you don't have your hooks don't have names to it. I want to talk to somebody who does that. I'm just curious about that. It just seems. I mean, it's I just never thought of it. So for the multitasking, yes, I do. I will do other things. I mean, of course, we do. We read. We never read. We read. Look at TV. Listen to music. Maybe talk on the phone and other things while we're crocheting. But sometimes I'll sit there and crochet, and I'll start playing a game. It's just so many things. Sorry about that. So many things be going on. I just be doing different things. Um, I haven't started reading a book or anything yet, but I do multitasking. And I think an example they gave people that crochet and cook. Well, I guess while you're waiting, you can do that too. But what do you do as multitasking while you're crocheting? Another thing is you don't convince yourself anymore when you say just one more row. And that's true too. We we'll be doing something and with me, I said, I'll be ready to go to bed. I think I'm just gonna do one more row or two more rows, and then I'm just still doing it. The next you know it's like 5 or 6 rows. So yes, watch TV. Yeah, yeah, that's what I do. I do a lot of binge watching shows and things while I crochet. I used to do a lot of ID channel and crime shows and things, but I haven't done it lately. But now I've been doing YouTube videos. So another thing is you're currently juggling. Here it says 42 different projects, but you're doing multiple projects at one time. I have a container that has things that I need to finish and hopefully will. And sometimes with me, it's like, what yarn did I use with that? So I have a tub that just has unfinished stuff, and I need to go through that and finish them. The ones that yarn that I know what they are, just complete them and go on. And other ones just figure out a way of doing it, but just don't waste it. Okay. The other one is you just can't look at yarn. It has to be touched, stroked, rubbed against your face. What do you say about that? Is that you? That you just have to touch it? Yeah, I do. I touch it like when I buy it or when I'm looking at it. I may touch it just to see how it feels and things. But not really have to just have to touch it and stroke it all the time. This one right here is not me. It's definitely not me, but it affects, and that's probably why I have the problem. Is you've mastered the art of sneaking yarn into your house, and you run out of hiding. Okay, not your face. Okay, yeah, because I live alone, so I don't have to worry about sneaking anything anywhere. So it just comes in and it's there. So I don't do that. So if you sneak yarn in, you're at it. And this one is me because right now I'm getting ready to go not out of town, but I mean still in a neighboring place for a couple of days. You have okay, okay, wow. But me when I go someplace, when I leave home and I go someplace for a couple of days or so, what I do is when I pack seems like I pack more yarn than I do what I need. And a lot of times I tend to forget things because I'm worried about am I gonna have enough yarn? And the last time when I went away, last month, I didn't take enough yarn with me, and then I didn't take other things either. So I already just started trying to figure out how much yarn I'm going to take. I'm not going to be gone as long as I was before, but still, I'm already have a bag with what I'm going to take. I'm not going to use all this. Just take a few things. I'm not take this if I don't finish it by then, or take a few things that you know you're gonna be working on, and be done with it. And make sure you have all your necessities, all your clothes, all your underwear, pajamas, whatever else. So medication because you don't want to leave anything home. Because I did that when I left, but I kind of left in a rush. But a lot of things I did leave, including my cell phone. So, but I did have some yarn in my bag. So those are things of you being it shows that you are an addict. Which most people who crochet or knit tend to be because you develop a love for yarn. Now, what do you do to control it? What are ways that you control this addiction? One thing is you had that yarn, this yarn here, and this is a perfect example. Yes, stay out the store, and that's the first thing. Don't go into the stores. And for me, 'cause where I live, we don't have those right, like close by. We don't have those specialty shops and things here. So we want yarn. You can go to Walmart, which is near, and then you go out further out. You can go to other stores. But as long as you don't go into a specialty store, you're fine. But all these other stores now sell yarn, and you're like, oh my goodness. I mean, Walmart sold it for a while anyway, but Target sometimes have it. You can go to Aldi's. You can go to the dollar store. You can go other places and buy yarn. So it's kind of hard unless you just stick to what you're going into the store for. It's hard. It is really, really hard. And now the dollar store has stepped up and they have more yarn. They don't have just a little bit. They have quite a bit of yarn. So um, that takes a lot of willpower. But you have to stay out the store and just go in for what you want to go in for. You go to Walmart. Don't go to the don't go to the aisle, the yarn lab. Don't go there. Another thing that you can do is have a plan. When you buy yarn, just a plan. It it's gonna be a plan that you have, like a plan that okay, it's to have. It's hard. It really is hard. It's hard when you see stuff. But now when I go into a store, getting back to the store, when I go to the store, it has to catch my eye. If it doesn't catch my eye, it's like, okay, I see you, but I don't need you right now. I'm not gonna bother with it because I have stuff that I have plenty of yarn that I can use for stuff. If something specific, yeah. I need something with special texture or like if I want to make dish rags or something that needs the scrubby, those kind of things. Yeah, okay. And I don't have it. If I don't have it, yeah. But a basic yarn, no, I don't bother with it. And that gets to the second part is have a plan, have a purpose. So if you buy yarn, just have a purpose on what you're doing, what you need it for. Like if you needed something to clean something up with, you got an idea on something to do. If you have a business and something for your inventory, um, have a plan on what you want to do, what you want to make. And someone that told me a while back what to do is just sketch something out with colors and everything to make what you need to make. Then go to the yarn store, but have something already planned. Plan your stuff. Another one is you have your yarn addict and you have a lot of yarn. Thank you. Is to give away yarn or sell it. And right now, we're in the purpose of selling our yarn. We have some that we are already giving away because it gets to be overwhelming. It gets to be a lot. So you have to. So one good idea is, hey, Carol, is to sell it or give it away. Because sometimes the yarn just starts overwhelming you. You just have so much. And with me, it's like that. It is so, it gets so overwhelming. I have all these tubs and I'm like, I need to, you want to organize it in a certain way. Then you see yarn that you know you're not going to use. This is a cow. Yeah, starting back making cows. It's you, it just gets to be a lot and you have to do something with it. And I've been hearing from people, you have a, if you have a lot of yarn, you have money. Either you have money from making things to sell, or you have money from selling the actual yarn. So you have money just sitting there. So give away or sell it. Another thing is stash busting, and that's just using your scraps and stash to make things, make and that gets rid of yarn. If you want to get rid of yarn, if you if it gets too overwhelming. So what you do is you see people making blankets. Okay, yeah, it's good to catch it on sale, which is, but see, and the thing with that is with me, if I see something on sale and they have other colors, I'll buy those. So it just also got to be get to the discipline thing. You have to be disciplined that nope, I'm supposed to only get this or that, and just be done with it. Yeah, it can be good to get them on sale. It's like sometimes I used to buy them at the thrift store, but just get yarn. Those you know cheap ways of getting them, but it doesn't help when you need to declutter your yarn. And with the stash busters, even though that may alleviate the problem to a certain extent, may not do it all the way, depending on how much yarn you have. But you don't do it, may not do a lot, but it may. Just like I've seen people doing things with the granny squares, and they're using different colors, or you either making the blankets or making the coats and sweaters, and so that's a good way of getting rid of your stash. Yarn swaps with other people, but in a way that may not be it either because you're getting yarn back, but it may be something that you may need and can use. Um, you, when you also find organizations that can use yarn donations, like people who may do things for charity, may need some yarn. So Miss Carol says that she's going to open up a recovery clinic for us yarn addicts. Yeah, that would be a good group to get together, huh? But organizations that may there are organizations maybe daycare centers, senior citizen homes, places that offer classes, people that donate items to charity. They also can use, just like with the group that we have, we we in the past have accepted yarn, which we do have yarn that's just designated. You need it, I do too. But and we accept yarn, had accepted yarn, so we have yarn just designated just for the charity, which is a whole different story. But those are ways of doing it. My goal is to just get rid of yarn. Um, Pay royal beauty beads and not buy yarn until I get rid of some. So if I get rid of some, then I can buy some. Not the same amount, but I can buy some, something new. But I have to have limits on that. So that's my goal. Good afternoon. How are you today? And that's my goal of what I want to do. Because I right now, and I've seen someone else on Facebook do the same. Oh no, just heard it. I think people are hunting deer right now. 'Cause I think I heard something. But I I lost my train of thought. Great, welcome to Let's Get Hooked. But yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to get rid of stuff, and I have already. I have boxes with yarn already in it, and I'm deciding what I want to do with those boxes. And they have mixtures of different types of yarn. But those are going to be sent out some kind of way because I want by the end of the year, beginning of the year, I want to get rid of quite a bit of my yarn that I don't need anymore. You know, yeah, someone else on Facebook was doing something simple, doing something like that, and was getting rid of her yarn. So I said, okay, I got these boxes lined up. I need to take them up and do something with them. Find a home for them. And in the boxes, they have different types of yarn. It's not all one type. It's a mixture of different types of yarn. And some may be scrap, some may not be, but the whole box will not be that way. Some things may have tags, some don't. It's just things that I know I don't need anymore. Because I know at one time when I was really into buying a lot of yarn and stuff, I used to get the yarn subscriptions and you'll get stuff and some of that stuff you don't want, don't need, and they're not the style you may want because they have different types of yarn. And everything is not for everybody. So I you never knew where you stood. Are you an addict? How are you doing? Probably. But yeah, that's what we are doing. Oh, you never knew what to do with the yarn. Okay, yeah, yeah. If you're trying to, in regards to getting rid of it, if you want to get rid of it, yeah, there are ways of doing that. Like say you either donate. You haven't been able to sleep. Wow. Yeah, yeah, I know. And with me, it's like that because I have stuff the same colors. I'm like, why I got the same colors? No, the basic type of yarns, the ones like the mainstays, those basic ones. You tend to have same colors and stuff. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, it does because I want to get to the point that if I ever move again, it won't be stressful. Okay, so you're in New Zealand. Okay, okay, okay. I understood, understood. Wow, sorry to hear that, but just find some kind of in between that's gonna make you happy with that yarn. If you need to get rid of it, if you need to do anything, just do it. Just for your safety, your mind. Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, you do that. Do what makes you happy. If you need to get rid of stuff, get rid of it. This is about you. See, what I'm doing is crocheting. So, in just one hook. Okay. But we just join us on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you may learn something if you crochet. We don't. Yeah. Hi, BA10. BA10. No, it no, it just it's the hook. And, so yeah. So that's if anyone has any comments about their experiences with your addiction, feel free to discuss it. Um, we are on Facebook. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And we're on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook via Apps TV. Apps TV is a multi-stream platform that you can use for podcasts and things. So feel free to subscribe. Yawn about it, yawn. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I'd rather crochet than knit. It'd be so good losing a needle when it's two that's needed. I can't keep it with hooks sometimes. That's true. That's why I have more than one hook. But the same thing. Most of my hooks are multiples. I have a different set. For some reason, I can't keep a K hook. I don't know why I don't use it that much. But I have multiple of hooks because sometimes I'll think I lost it and I'll go to the store and get one. It's like, then I find it. So I do. Now, you weren't on earlier when we were talking about the 9 signs of being a crochet addict. And I just want to put this question back out here because it is not something that I do. Well, let me go through the whole thing again. And it was not, I got this from Stitchtopia. Number one is that you have a yarn rope. Number two, you have enough yarn to last a lifetime, but still can't stop buying more. And this one, number three, is the one that kind of puzzled me. No, not puzzled me, but it just I never heard of it. And so number three is your hooks have names. Does anybody on here have hooks with names that name their hooks? I just, I'm just curious. I want to know. I'm just wondering if anybody, and I just want to know how do you name them? Do you have a common theme? Do you name them by color? How do you name your hooks? Number one, two, three, four was you could get a gold medal in multitasking. The next one is you don't convince yourself anymore when you say just one more row. You're currently juggling 42 different projects. You can't just look at yarn. It has to be touched, stroked, rubbed against your face. Okay. You've you've mastered the art of sneaking yarn into your house. You run out of hiding spot. Nah. And this one is you forgot to pack your socks but it's okay because you have 75 balls of yarn in your suitcase. Okay, okay. Happy Thanksgiving to you. No names, but enough yarn for a lifetime. Yes, yes. Hi, Angie 57. And it doesn't overwhelm you. Is it okay? I mean, are you okay with it? Do you continue to buy more yarn? And how are you, Angie 57? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel free to, depending on what platform you're watching from, feel free to subscribe, like, comment. What else is it? Like, comment. Okay, okay. I understand. Colorado, okay. Welcome, welcome. And where are you watching from? Oh, Facebook, I see it. I define it joy. Okay. Not so much. Forgot to pack something. I've packed a small duffel bag. Yeah, yeah. I got that because today I really haven't started packing yet. And I always wait to the last minute. I always forget stuff. But I do have a bag with some yarn in it. But think I got more yarn in how long I'm going to be there. So I have to down it. I think I'm just going to take, if I, this should be finished before then. But I'll take something similar to this and something else I have to finish. So I'm not going to take that much because I don't expect to be gone that much long. And I think so. It, you always end up with more yarn, taking more yarn with you than you do anything else. And I don't understand. I guess that's the addiction in me. That my yarn, I gotta find a place for my yarn. This is a cow. This is a cow. And I'm going to DC for a few days. I live in Virginia, but I'm going to DC for a few days for Thanksgiving and such. That's where my family is. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, this is a cow. It's a really fast thing I do, and I try to do multiples of it. And sometimes I try to do a hat to match. But this is something that we have in our inventory for our store. This is the what you call it. Now I know the stitch, the back front post, back post stitch, and I should know this stitch by heart because it's mostly what I do. I do other stitches, excuse me, but I go back to this all the time. I stick with this stitch. It's because of the stretchiness, and it's good for winter stuff, I believe. I don't um have certain amount of chains. I just measure when I do it. I mean, I just put it around just to see how it falls. I don't I don't um do a chain, certain amount of chain. I just do it freestyling on that part. Yeah, this is a I don't think they sell it. I don't know if they sell it anymore. But it goes by Premier Yarn. It's called Sweet Row, and there was different colors, color schemes. And this is one yarn that I had bought almost every color they had. Because I think Premier had probably had a sale on them, and I was ordering it. 100% acrylic. But most time what I do is I make a hat go along with it. I don't think I have enough yarn for that. I might, but hat is going to be part of my hat and camel set that I do. So we'll do that. But let me see. We meet Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. Won't be on Wednesday and Friday this week because the holiday. But we normally meet Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. Mondays is all about the yarn, where sometimes we talk about different types of yarns or things. It is. It's really nice. And the color, I love the color. Um, I like cake yarns. Cake, I got to mine. I like cake yarns. And this is a cake yarn. And, yeah, on Mondays, Wednesdays, Friday. Mondays is all about the yarn. Like I say, we talk about different yarns, characteristics, different topics relate to yarn. Wednesdays we do either stitch or project, and Fridays also. Right now we're doing a project on Wednesdays, which is a certain stitch. It's called the locked foot stitch, and we're making a blanket out of that. So that's on Wednesdays, and we're doing that. If anyone wants to be involved in that, let me- this and this is what we're working on. We're doing this on Wednesdays, and Fridays we just do a stitch. And sometimes we just do talking. We just talk. Also on certain days on Facebook Live, we started. It's Let's Get Hooked After Dark. Thank you very much. And that's all you take. Two full balls of yarn. Okay, it's very disciplined. It's all about the mm, after dark, and that is we did that last week on I think Wednesday, but I haven't really got the dates for that. We just did that one time, and on that particular time, we were selling yarn. So you can go to Facebook on our business page. You can look at that live replay that we were the yarn that I'm definitely getting rid of. That I'm not using. It's for sale, and we did that on. But that's not the whole thing of what's After Dark is going to be about. We'll probably talk about different topics too after dark, but that's going to be on Facebook Live. And maybe on the other platforms also at some point. But as of right now, that's what it is. Also, we at Hook for You, which is what our business is, we teach classes. That's our main focus is teaching classes, and mainly women and children. And we do that, teach classes. A second part is that we have a group called Willing Hands that we get together every other week via Facebook rooms. And you don't have to be a member of Facebook to get on. Thank you for sharing. And we don't need items. We get together and we talk and we crochet together for 2 hours every other Saturday. And we donate items to charity also. So you want to be a part of that? Send us your email address and we'll put you on the list. It's on Facebook rooms right now. And the other thing is we sell items. We sell unique crocheted items. And that's what Cooked for You is all about. Yeah, thank you for sharing. So yes, feel free to share, like, subscribe, comment. It depends on which platform you're watching from. We're on multiple platforms. Doing really good. Most time I was rushing through everything and be over in no time, but thank you very much. And what is your name, ma'am? Because it doesn't come up. But as for this kind of yarn, I just say I think it's easier with. I find it very easy with the kick yarn compared to the skein because it doesn't get tangled and stuff. It's just a smooth way of crocheting, I feel. But at one time, I was getting all the different yarns like this. It was the sweet roll, and there was some other ones too that had names similar to that. I feel what it was. Was it a kick something? But it were different types of yarns, and at one time I was buying all those. But I've tended to use these more than any of the other ones. So these are some that fine. And you may find some that you may buy a lot of, but you will use it. Then you'll find things that you will not use, and you know you won't. Just doesn't fit with you and what you're trying to do. And that's what happens. But if you're on Facebook and you want to go to our business page on Facebook, it's Hooked for You Too. HOOKED, the number four, the letter U, the number two. And that's where we right now broadcasting our Let's Get Hooked After Dark. And if you're watching on a replay, just pound sign, hashtag, sorry, hashtag replay. If you have any questions, feel free. Hey, Naturally Creating, how are you today? And is there anybody have any other comments, questions to what we talked about today? How are you? No, I don't want. No, I don't wind my yarn at all. I do into balls. I mean, I manually wind my yarn to balls. I don't do the cakes that way, but the skeins I do because they tend to tangle a lot, and I don't do that. I don't. I'm thinking about invest. I'm fine. I'm doing really good. Thank you. I'm thinking about investing in a winder, but I'm not sure. Sometimes your hands can get tired, and I had seen I think it was on HSN something that you can just put your thing your skein or your cake on, and you can just crochet from there. And I'm thinking about getting something like that and just wind the program for you. So thinking about investing in that. So I'm gonna just re rethink about what I'm gonna pack with my yarn. I'll probably just have a couple of, so this gonna be finished before I go. anywhere. And well, I probably still have. I don't know if I have enough of that. I think I'm gonna start doing that. Hold on with this. And what else? I don't know because I'm not there yet in DC, but I know here it's not that in Virginia it's not that bad. How was it in Colorado? Is it cold all the time in Colorado? Yes, it is. But I am making a cow, and I'm using the black back and front post stitch. And naturally creating. Do you have any comments to make on yarn, being a yarn addict, or whether you are or not, or how you control it? Do you have any comment on that? Any feedback? No snow in almost 250 days with no snow. Okay, so y'all have snow all the time. Mm. So is that where you always have always lived? Have you lived anywhere where the weather is, changeable? Trying to figure out how much longer I'm going to make this. Color is this? Called yellow color. This one. Oh, yeah. Wow. No snow in 253 days. Oh, Beckett was in 56. Okay. You lived in Houston, Texas for 20 years. Okay. Okay. That sounds like a nice place, but I don't know if I could deal with cold all year long. I like this. I guess, some people can just go different places and get warm, but cold all year round. Mm, mm, mm. It's you're getting used to it. And it seems so pretty. This looks so nice. This is what you're used to, I guess. You can make changes. Yep, this is called Jello Pop, and it has these three colors: turquoise type, blue color, this mustard color, and then it has this pink color. It's pretty much like my business color, my logo colors. It's similar to that. That it's a pink, a well, it's really a mauve color that in my logo. The other color is similar to those. Yeah. Anybody got any comments? Oh, okay. That was neat. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm going to. My daughter's having Thanksgiving at her house, so I am going there for that. Thank you very much. And thank you for tuning in and thank you for sharing. And I think we can just go ahead for the day. And we, on behalf of hopefully you and myself, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you on Monday. Have a great one. Bye bye.